Hey guys, finally he sleeps here, backing in with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new fusion, THOLIN FOULBEARD, which basically kind of makes you feel like he's a pissed off smelly ginger with little man syndrome, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's kind of setting him up to be the best fusion since Nut, because they're calling him a versatile damage dealer that is specifically designed for player versus player, player versus E, player versus boss builds, player versus the event dungeon, which is the big thing that we need to do and take a look at. He is live on the 5th of June, which is next Thursday, so we've got kind of a sneak peek look at him here. The only thing that they've really shown us about him besides the thumbnail is this little short that they've put out. Visuals are really cool. There it is. Raid Legends. Chaos Awakes. Let's take a look at his breakdown because that'll give us a little bit more depth into what we're dealing with. He is a Force champ. So with Nut, we have Spirit. Here we're looking at Force. He's Attack, and he's a Dwarf, and he's a Legendary. That's all, pretty much. We kind of figured all of that. But his A1 Demon Breaker, it is an AoE A1. Fantastic. AoE A1. So he's already kind of out of the gate a little bit more of, I don't know. When I first read through this, immediately I thought, he's definitely going into one of my Hydra teams. And I'll tell you why here in a second. Before attacking, has a 25% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. 50% chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns if the target is from the Corrupted Alliance, a boss, or a minion. So that 25% weaken jumps to a 50% weaken against bosses. And then if you look, if he's fully booked, you add another 25. So it jumps all the way up to 75% chance. This effect cannot be resisted by enemies from the Corrupted Alliance, bosses, or minions. So again, you throw him in against Hydra. This is one of those things that initially, he is an AoE damage dealer. Fully booked is plus 20% damage, and he has a 100% chance of laying weaken down on all of the Hydras. So you don't even have to build him with, you don't even have to put accuracy on him to get that weaken to land. And then here's the big one, grants an extra turn if a weakened debuff was placed on all enemies by this skill. So you're getting an extra turn out of his A1 in like a Hydra team. That's absolutely nuts. Now a message from our newest sponsor, APTOIDE. Here's your chance for a secret promo code in Raid. To get started, use my link to download APTOIDE on your PC or Android device and install or update Raid Shadow Legends. For a limited time right now, this will also earn you bonus resources inside the game. What is APTOIDE? That's easy. APTOIDE is an alternative Android app store that is partnered with Raid to give you more for your hard-earned cash. Next, you'll need to install the APTOIDE Wallet, which is 100% fast and safe. Before you make a purchase, use my promo code SLEEP to receive an extra bonus of up to 25% in all your purchases in Raid. It's that easy. Okay, it's A2, Back to the Abyss. One enemy 2 times. Each hit will ignore 25% of the target's defense if the target is from the Corrupted Alliance, a boss, or a minion. Each hit ignores 50% instead. So again, against bosses, 50% ignoring of defense. Each hit decreases the target's attack by 5%, stacks 25. Also increases this champion's attack by 5%, stacks up to 50%. That is big. That is a big bump in attack percentage every time you're using his A2. And you're getting a cooldown drop on this. It's a 4-turn, drops to a 3-turn when he's fully booked. And remember, you're getting extra turns almost every time your A1 goes off. So it's going to be a very fast champion, not because he has speed, but because he's going to keep recycling. His A3 Rabid Fury attacks all enemies 2 times. So A1 AoE, A3 and AoE as well. And this one's an AoE 2-time hit. Before attacking, self buffs with a 50% increase attack for 2 turns. For each critical hit landed on the first hit, increases the damage dealt on the second hit by 10%. Will ignore unkillable and shield buffs. So as long as he's got crit rate and massive crit damage and his attack's high, this is a 4-turn fully booked down to 3-turn with a 20% damage bump if he's fully booked, and he ignores unkillable and shield buffs. And it's a 2-time hit AoE. Again, I go back to Hydra immediately. I know a lot of people already have their Hydra teams built, but I don't know. This is big. Not just for, like, if you're maxing out rewards already across the top 3 tiers, this is going to help in Hydra Clash. This is, as long as his multipliers are there and he's laying down a lot of damage with these, and he actually is in fact like a boss nuker, the way they're kind of setting him up, because they're marketing him as being ready for this new event dungeon. So yeah, okay, his passive activates Demon Breaker. Demon Breaker is his A1. Every 5th turn this champion takes. So as long as there's nobody with block debuffs on, you're guaranteed an extra turn off his A1. As long as you're going against bosses or Corrupted Alliance. Then enemies against Corrupted Alliance bosses and minions cannot land a critical hit on this champion. So he can't be crit hit by the boss, which is going to help keep him alive. That's his passive. And he's getting all these extra turns. His aura increases ally attack in all battles by 30%. That is absolutely nuts. Every once in a while we get a fusion that is that I mean, I hate when it's like a game changer. But if you look back on a few of the champions that we've gotten from fusions, and you really stop to break it down and think about how much a few of the fusions changed your team. Like, what did it do? And I always go back to, since I've been playing, the most, let's say, influential fusion that I've ever seen come into the game since I've been playing is Nut. And I find that he found his way into so many different teams just because of his Blessed Bash A3. And this feels more like a kind of a hybrid between Nut and Marius. And immediately my head is going to teams where I can have all 3. Or if you've got multiple Nuts, 4 or 5, just as damage dealers. Yeah, I'm going to call it. This is a must-have. There's no doubt about it. Unless he just hits really soft. If there's no multipliers to it. But we'll have to wait until they start testing on the test server to see. But initial look at this. Complete fusion must-have. Probably going to end up being the best of 2025. That's it. I'm Finally He Sleeps. Make sure you subscribe here on the channel. Turn on notifications so you never miss when a video goes live. As long as you guys keep showing up, I'll keep putting out videos.
Finally he sleeps, finally he dreams. In a world of games it seems.